Welcome back. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning into The Nerve. Okay, so I got this one from Laura T. Shout out to Laura T. She sent this bad boy over that I'm going to share with you in a moment. I do hope everyone's doing well and that life is good. So let's check it out. Let's see what she's talking about.
Because you guys don't know where you're from. So what is Black American?
Like people. Let me beg you to. Someone just said, what?
Green to like the American shit either.
No, because
so,
people call me a culture vulture sometimes. I'm like, I'm so sorry, and I mean this in the nicest possible way. But what is Black American culture? What is that? Because you guys don't know where you're from. So what is Black American?
Like when people say that.
Okay, cool. But and I get what you're saying. But then when people say I'm a culture vulture, it's like I was grown up on hip hop and rap and stuff like that. That's my culture, hip hop. I'm Jamaican, but I was also brought up on hip hop, Nas, like that's my culture.
Your family's so probably like the Windrush.
Yeah, God knows, I don't know into that depth. But
I'm sorry. Are you trying to say? Okay, let me just
like that's my culture. So how dare other people try and tell me what my culture is? So when I come and do interviews and doing whatever, I don't look at myself any different to an African American person.
I could agree with that. It's basically the same.
It's just the accent's different.
We're in the UK.
Yeah, no.
If you were here, you would be considered a Black person. Nobody would.
Slick Rick is from the UK. MF Doom was born in the UK. You can't fucking say
people try to drag 21 Savage when they found out he was also
some of the all-time greatest artists in hip hop are from the UK.
Okay, let me just stop you right there. No, some of the all-time greatest. You should stop talking. No, that's what we're gonna go there. We just gonna say no, and here we go.
Hey, you feel me? Like the original DJ credited with the birth of hip hop, Kool Herc, is Jamaican.
You gotta stop. You gotta stop. I feel like I already know why homegirl sent me this, but I am not going to be. I will not be vexed. Here we go.
You feel me? Like
I didn't mean to be offensive by the one I say you guys don't, but that's how it irritates my soul because I'm like, because it's like that is my culture, like rap, like that's what I grew up on.
Yeah, people.
So that's what I know. Like, I don't know anything. I wasn't growing up in country.
People are ignorant.
Let me just stop you right there. You say you grew up on Nas and all those. And Nas is not from Britain. Nas ain't from there. So what you mean? So whose culture did you grow up on? Because it wasn't yours.
Ignorant about the African diaspora and slavery and things like that. That's why I don't appreciate it when people say, "Oh, you guys don't know where you're from." Yeah, it's slavery. We've been here
100%. Yeah,
100 years.
Me personally, I'm from America. Like,
well, but that's how long your family has been here to prove that point.
You know, like I only know American, Los Angeles, California,
your parents
Angelino shit.
Like, and where are your parents from? Your parents might be from the South, or your parents might be from California.
California.
Okay, yeah, my grandma was born
here.
Yeah, my grandma was born here as well. So
there's like definitely
Cali girl.
Yeah, I guess still a strong cultural connection within America for even though it's different when people are disconnected to like what people be like, oh, their roots. And even me, like my family's third or fourth generation American, you know what I mean? But like when I've been to Europe, I don't feel like, oh, this is like the motherland. Like I'm touching the holy soil.
One thing that never ceases to amaze me about people from the UK is that they think that Americans are so dumb and so uncultured. Meanwhile, they have never been to America and know nothing about America. I've gotten this comment on my video so much yesterday about Americans not having authentic food and that only immigrants and ethnic foods here are like the UK. Wrong. To completely disregard Native Americans, that this is their homeland and we inherited so many Native American dishes. Any dish that has to do with corn, potatoes, tomatoes, all that stuff is native to American. Potatoes that you guys eat in the UK are not from the UK. It's from America. Then Black American food is native to America. And within Black American food, you have soul food, you have Gullah Geechee food, you have Creole food, you have Texas food. And in Texas, you have different types of barbecue. You have Tex-Mex, because guess who else is native to America? Those people from California and Texas that are what? Mexican. So all of these dishes that we have that are American are not European based.
Amen. again, and I just wanted to add that yes, what was it? Texas and California, and I believe Arizona, was originally part of Mexico until, they fought for that land. And just like Alaska used to be Russia's and now it's ours, California and Texas was definitely part of Mexico. Anyway.
Everything here isn't from Italy, isn't from Ireland, isn't from the UK, isn't from Germany. It's American. Have a nice day. And before you speak on us again, know your fucking facts. Enjoy your curry sauce and your gravy.
I don't know. And what I hear is like a lot of people get these stereotypes. They get these stories before they even come over here, or they watch certain movies and they really do believe like, hey, this is what Black Americans are like. And that's how they are. And then, of course, they love to, pull up numbers. But if you're going to pull up our numbers, make sure you pull up everybody's numbers. Okay? You want to do the murder rates and all those things, pull up everybody's numbers. Okay? So, I think that's what this one's on. But yeah, Brits, what's up with y'all? Shout out to the Brits, though. I believe everybody bites off our culture. If you are speaking any type of Ebonics, because that's what, okay, hold on. Let me stop. Let's get back to this, and I will not entertain that.
Comparison to you guys who immigrated to Britain, who are immigrants within the Britain place, right? Black Americans are Americans because they've lived there for multiple generations. I hope you understand. I hope that gets through your thick head. Because when you guys make this separation, because I wouldn't have a personality, I wouldn't this and this and that, all you do is further the white supremacy viewpoints of a white man and make us further divide each other from each other because of your stupidity. To be frankly honest about it, read a book, watch a documentary, do something else besides from looking like a buffoon in front of everybody. You're destroying your family name in front of everyone. Like, share, and comment. And you know what's the worst part of it all? You're just stealing everything from us and putting that boot accent on top of it that don't make it look any cuter than it already was.
Black British people, are you guys not embarrassed?
Well, they don't understand that we have our own version of soul food. And though we call it, we might say it's African food, or Nigerian food, Ghanaian food, Caribbean food, Canadian food, and traditional dishes. We have soul food over here. Soul food isn't exclusive to Americans. We just don't call it soul food. Yeah. But again, it's about education.
Are you not embarrassed? This is really embarrassing.
I'm a firm believer that Black British people are in direct competition with Black Americans for relevancy at this point. Because why is there an incessant need to continuously bring up Black Americans unwarranted, unsolicited, and continuously compare yourself to a group of people you have nothing in common with?
I've said it before and I'll say it again. There is no such thing as Black British food. There's no such thing as Black British culture. There is only African culture or Caribbean culture in Britain. With American soul food, Black American food, you can't, because they have a right to have a thing called Black American culture and Black American food, whereas there is no such thing as Black British food or Black British culture. There is only African or Caribbean culture or African or Caribbean cuisine in Britain.
I said what I said.
I had this conversation. I'm in Nigeria right now for my friend's birthday, and half the people here are Black British. And we had a long discussion yesterday about what it means to be Black British, particularly around Black British food. And just because you put jollof rice on a plate with jerk chicken does not mean it's Black British food. There's no such thing as Black British food. There will be maybe Black British food and a unified Black British culture a century from now, but you do not have soul food. You have Jamaican food, Nigerian food, Dominican food, Ghanaian food, Bayesian food, Trini food. You don't have Black British food. Soul food was the food that was created from enslaved Africans in America over the course of 5 to 6 centuries in a new land. The same time that Jamaican food was invented, the same time Brazilian food was invented, that's when African American food was invented.
I don't understand why we're having the conversation. Who cares? If it's good food, it's good food. That's a weird one to me. And let's see. Let's check it out.
Like we had BBC One, BBC Two, Channel 3, Channel 4, and then later on Channel 5. Those channels were very, very white. there were not a lot of black people on the shows on those channels, unless they were on the news or a show called The Bill, which was basically about police officers. So black actors would be getting arrested by the police, or a show called Crime Watch, which would reenact the crimes that happened that month, and they'd get black actors to play in the reconstruction of the crimes. So yeah, the black people representation for me growing up was zero, really, until I watched The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Janet Hubert, dark skin Aunt Viv, was the first black woman I saw on TV. I was obsessed with her. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air used to come on after school on BBC Two. So I would come home from school and watch black Americans live their best life. Eventually, cable was invented, and we got cable. And when we got cable, that opened the world to American TV and film. There used to be a channel, a network called Trouble, and Trouble would show back to back to back black American shows. That they would take shows from UPN, ABC, NBC, and put them all on one network. So you'd wake up and you'd be watching Hanging with Mr. Cooper, followed by My Wife and Kids, then The Parkers, then One on One, then In the House, then Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, then Different Strokes, then Martin, then The Steve Harvey Show, then The Jamie Foxx Show, then City Guys, then Smart Guy, and then what else was there? There was loads. There was literally all these black programs, and that shaped my life. Like, imagine only seeing yourself represented on TV, but the person playing you isn't British, if that makes sense. Like, I saw myself in American black women because there wasn't any shows that represented like typical black British girls. Like, I was really smart. I, you know, lived in a normal family. I was just an ordinary black British girl. And so I really identified with shows like Sister Sister and Moesha and That's So Raven. And like, I saw myself in these black American girls.
Online, I read a lot about how African Americans aren't in touch with their like countries, like back home, their origins, compared to British black people who like my.
Well, I mean, we all know why we're not in touch with countries from quote unquote back home, because we've never been to them, that we were stolen from them. Like, this is a repetitive conversation. Every time they ask, well, why don't they know this, or why don't they know that, or why black Americans, blah, 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 blah. Well, I mean, if you know the history, then you fucking know. Like, answer your own question by doing the research. Perhaps you could just, you know, do that. I'm not going to sit up and over here and be like, oh, Brits are XYZ, when I have not done the research on black Brits. And if they're XYZ, they could be ABC. I don't know. But I do notice that everyone does seem to focus on America, and not just America, but black Americans. And even this individual here, she is not of this country, but all of her commentary is on black Americans, what they do. Even if it's funny commentary, it's black Americans. And it makes me question, like, what's going on in y'all country? I see these Jamaicans come up, hey girl, it's your island girl, and we're talking about, and then they post or show all black American stuff. And I'm like, well, wait a minute, island girl, what's going on in your shit? Show some of your stuff. We want to see something from your land, and something funny or something interesting in your culture and your country. They don't never post that. Again, I'm gonna show you at the end of her. When you can hear her speak, she's not from here. And so I noticed that focus, like, it seems to be a huge focus on just what we doing and why we doing it. I don't understand. It takes a lot for me to get upset, honestly, because I'm all about education. So I could care less, you know, what you don't know. But if you're teachable, I can educate you on it. And that's really all you need. I'm not going to get upset because you don't know something. Something dumb could fall out your mouth, but I'm just going to be like, well, okay, maybe they don't know. And since they don't know, let me be the one Let me be the one. Yeah, let me be the one to, hook you up on the shit you didn't know. And now once you're informed, you gotta stop. You know what I mean? Let's see what they're talking about.
So what?
I want to start right here.
A Black American.
See,
Let's
this
go.
person.
I'll be back with commentaries.
Nobody gives a damn about the Jim Crow era. Nobody gives a damn about slavery. It already happened. So what? It's in the past. It already happened. You niggas need to understand one thing. It doesn't matter anymore. It already happened. It's the past for a reason. It doesn't exist anymore. Because guess what? White people used to say the N-word all the time. Now they're scared to say the N-word in a song they're singing at a concert or whenever they're bumping to music in their car. People look at you crazy because you cry about everything. Literally everything. You want to know what we're actually affected by today? People race baiting in politics. The fact that 52% of murders in America are committed by black men, even though we are only 13% of the population. Like, think about that for a second. More than half of the...
I don't think he's from here. He has a slight accent himself. But you speaking on black people. Okay. Black Americans, by the way. Here we go.
Murders done in America has been committed by a set of people who are only 13% of the population. Bro, there's a problem. What's really affecting people is, black people wanting to punish the white man and get revenge on the white man for, number one, something that they never ever experienced in their life, which is slavery, and something that you never lived through. Point blank, period.
If your mother passes on a house to you, do you own it? Is it yours? That's my question. But is this guy AI? Is this a prank? Y'all let me know. Y'all, this brother got to be AI.
AKA reparations. Like, do y'all not see how dumb this is? How are you going to ask for something? How are you going to ask for compensation for something that you never went through? Something that you did not experience during the time through which you lived or have lived.
Yeah, this brother.
Bro, you weren't even born yet. You know what I'm saying? Your mom didn't even think about having you yet. Nobody cares, man. Stop crying.
I want you to drive from Shreveport, Louisiana to Savannah, Georgia, and go 9 miles over the speed limit the entire way. And then you can come back and let us know if racism is just a thing of the past and it's so stupid for us to still bring it up. Go ahead. Let me know how that goes for you. Fuck around and get pulled over in the wrong part of Alabama at 11 p.m. And you can come back and tell us if race is just a thing of the past. Why do we always bring it up? What the fuck is wrong with us? This is the problem. This is the problem right here.
Yeah.
If racism was truly 100% a thing of the past, if the prejudice and the oppression was 100% a thing of the past, sure, it would be strange to talk about it. But we just saw a woman use racial slurs, raise $500,000 for no fucking reason. Help me protect my family. Where's the danger?
Exactly. And I saw that. The woman gave all kinds of racial slurs, said she was a flat out racist, and then I think got fired from her job of Cinnabons or Honey Bun or whatever. And then, started a GoFundMe and people gave her funds. Explain.
You're the one who...
I'm sorry, gave her funds for being a racist.
Went out and used the fucking racial slur. And she made $500,000.
Yep.
And y'all are sitting here saying it's a thing of the past? Yeah, we're not in fucking chains anymore. They don't put us on stage and auction us off like fucking cattle. They don't send fucking dogs after us because we ran away. But don't just sit here and act like we're in some gung-ho perfect country where you're not affected by your fucking skin color. That's the crazy part to me. I can say with confidence that I have never in my life tried to use my skin color as an excuse for fucking anything. But I will not ignore the differences in my human experience compared to the differences in a white man's human experience.
And that's really all you gotta look at that as, I don't know what this dude in yellow, this little new one, this YN, is that what y'all really, is that what the youth really thinks? This guy can't be a representation of the younger generation. One, I really feel like the brother was AI, and two, the things he was saying sounds real white supremacy. So maybe it is AI, or maybe this guy is just like, I don't know, too far gone, or maybe the guy just needs to be educated. Either way, saying that no one cares about slavery, that's in the past. Well, you know, our past affects us right now. So there you go. Are we going to jump back on this guy? Let's see.
So when we bring up race, it's not to say we're victims. Give us this, give us that, because we're victims. I bring it up because I say, hey, bitch, acknowledge it. Y'all the type of motherfuckers to go outside with it raining and be like, damn, great weather to throw the frisbee around. No, bitch, it's raining. Acknowledge it. It's there. That's the strange part to me.
I'm sorry.
You either hate it so much to where you just wish it was completely eradicated from the earth, or you're a part of it and you're terrified of the guilt that comes with accepting that you're a part of it. So you just want it to go away entirely. You don't want the kids to be taught about it, and you don't want to see it in museums, and you don't want to see it in your entertainment. You don't want to see it at all because you either hate it or you feel guilty because you're a part of it. I don't walk around saying all white people are awful, evil, racist people, because I have met hundreds of incredible, warm-hearted, genuine.
Yeah, because it's the country.
You want your background and your history to be acknowledged, and your current pain and your experiences and your struggle to be acknowledged.
But
and then when
none
it's
of
time
ours,
for somebody
right?
else to have that same treatment, you want to burn it from the fucking earth. Weird, weird, weirdo,
Yeah.
weirdo alert right here. Come and get him. Creepy police, arrest him today. That shit is.
Nobody gives a damn.
The concept is still there. And now we just name and relabel certain things. Again,
it's the willingness to be stupid. I'm not even gonna lie. That is odd to me. The willingness to pretend like if I ignore these things, oh well, people don't care. Of course they do. But you have gotten so caught up in white politics that you seem to forget that. Let me help you understand something, young man. People do care. That's why there's an entire museum about it.
okay.
There's an entire museum that President Trump is trying to close down. But I thought they didn't care. Why would they touch it? If they didn't care, why is he trying to close it?
Yeah.
Why are you erasing the exploits of the Tuskegee Airmen if they don't care? If they don't care,
Why are you erasing? Why are you erasing it?
I'm pretty sure you didn't realize that Harriet Tubman was buried as a brigadier general. And if you went on the Department of Defense website, you wouldn't find that.
No.
Why are they erasing that if nobody cares? They must care somewhat. They're doing everything they can to erase it. They're throwing letters, CRT, DEI, woke. But you said they don't care. You said they don't care. It's funny how the people that don't care are the ones that are doing all the fuck shit. Don't you find that odd? It's kind of like voting. Give me a perfect example. Everybody says voting doesn't matter. If that's the case, why are there so many people hell-bent on stopping folks from voting? It must mean something, don't you think? You can't really do something and then say, well, nobody cares. See, that's how I know you one of them newfangled motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Doing your damnedest to ingratiate yourself with a group of people that 60 years ago would have tried to put you in a tree. I get it. It's the new mingling time and everything. But please understand something. If nobody cared, they wouldn't be trying to do all they can and all they are doing to erase the history that you said nobody gives a fuck about.
That makes sense.
You don't find that odd, suspicious? You really don't? You mean to tell me you see all these things being erased, whitewashed as it will, and you think these people still don't give a fuck?
That's weird.
Is where men like yourself or young men like yourself fail every single time. You see, you don't have to forget who you are to be whatever it is that you want to be. So I need you to think about this. I need you to really think about this really, really hard. If nobody cares, then why is the President of the United States, the Secretary of Defense, and everybody in his administration slowly erasing your ability to hear about it or read about it or go see it in the first place?
Nobody gives a damn about the Jim Crow era. Nobody gives a damn about slavery.
Yeah.
You know you're tap dancing, right? Because a lot of things that you're saying, you're basically reciting white conservative views, white supremacist views. That we shouldn't care about our history. We shouldn't care about this. We shouldn't care about that. The system has got you.
Yeah.
The system really got you.
And you want to know what I think? I don't think there's enough Black Americans that are going to pass it down to the younger generation. They don't know it themselves. And if they're erasing it now, when you go do the research, you're only going to find what they want you to find. And so if you're not sitting with your grandparents or your great grandparents and really taking notes, or really, it's going to get lost. And then ignorant little brothers like the guy in yellow will say with his chest exactly what he was saying. Yeah, that's crazy.
And these are some very sellout points that you're making. I don't know who you are. I don't know who raised you. I don't know how you were raised or where you grew up or how you grew up or how you perceive the world. But you lost. You are lost in the darkness. You really are. Why do we still talk about Jim Crow and slavery? Because it affects us today.
Right?
It affects us today.
It affects you today, yeah.
You don't believe me? Look at the prison system. Look at the school system. Look at how they put immigrants over Black Americans. Some of that stuff didn't die out. It just got reinvented or covered up or switched up to look differently. That's all it is. And it's really sad that we as a people in the Black community, we contribute to our own downfall. That's really sad. And you are part of
They're betting on that. They're betting on that. They're like, we don't have to worry about Black Americans. They're going to fuck themselves over. They always do. They fight with each other. They have no unity. That's what is said. And he makes a fine point. Yeah.
You need to wake up, my brother. Wake up. Wake the hell up. And look around you. Because some of us still feel those effects to this very day.
But he made a very good point. So I want to have you guys listen.
I always go, no, slavery ended. I count Jim Crow as part of slavery. Yeah. As far as I'm concerned, slavery ended in 1975. The playing field's not equal. 75.
The thing
10 years after my birth.
Yeah. You go,
and I'm not exaggerating. You have sadistic captors.
Yeah.
You ever crack open a Jim Crow book?
Not really.
They're really thick. And the amount of laws just walking down the street and and you're walking, but if a white woman's walking your way, you have to jump, you have to be in the gutter. There's a ton of rules about, how much bread you can buy. It's ridiculous how intricate it was.
Yeah.
It's like, I hate all civil rights movies.
Talk about control.
Don't get me wrong. I applaud the effort.
Right.
They only show the back of the bus and the lunch counter. they actually make racism look very like fixable. And they don't really get into how in the 40s and 50s, like white men would just walk in your house and take your food. You know, like what do you think would happen during the Depression when people are hungry and white people are hungry? And like, oh, there's black people cooking on that side of town. What do you think would happen? They would walk in your house and take your shit.
It's like a predator-prey relationship.
It's a predator-prey relationship. What do you think white guys, what do you think when it was time to rape, they were raping white women? No, they would go and rape women they could actually rape without going to jail for.
Yeah.
Okay? Or sexual assault, just like, you know, guys and all that shit. You know, Jim Crow is so much dirtier than any movie ever shows.
It's insidious. It's in every single act and interaction.
Just the amount of rules that existed. My mother used to get her teeth taken out at the vet.
Yeah.
Because you weren't allowed to go to the dentist.
Yeah. Crazy. But like I was saying, just to circle back, things that happen in your past definitely affect you today. If you were an 18-year-old that ate a whole bunch of junk food, burgers and fries, never worked out, and now you're in your 30s or 40s and you're overweight and you're struggling and you have high blood pressure and something like that, your past is affecting you today. And of course, you have to make that correction to, you know, live a better life. Tell me your thoughts on these. Shout out to this lady. Again, it was 2 of her videos, so I got to put her in the comments and whatnot. But that's my time today. I am about to roll out. I am going to have to knock out so many. I feel like I've had, Lord, I've had a week, so I'm trying to multitask times 10, if you will. But another one coming soon because I have a list of things that people want me to comment or at least bring to somebody's attention. What's up? And of course, if you have something that you thought was interesting, please throw it in the comments. Or send a link and I will give you the shout out. Thanks for, you know, sending it to me and let's talk about it. All right, that's my time for today. Make moves, gotta make moves. Bye.
What you say?